Hello, I'm T with Three Sage Creates and welcome to my channel. It is sheet load of cards time. So every month, Alicia over at Call Me Crafty Al releases a card sketch and cutting instructions, a guide for creating a set of cards. And this month for December 2024, the yield is 8 cards. And this is the card sketch. I think that we have done this one before, but I think that we did it in a 5x7 size. And this one is the instructions for an A2 size, so 4¼ by 5½. And it is December, so I'm going to do something Christmas themed. And I pulled out this set of stamps. It is the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous Scribbly Christmas. And I love these little Christmas trees. I got this stamp set last year and I've only used it a couple of times, but there are 8 trees and I'm making 8 cards. So I thought that this would be perfect. And I thought, well, since I'm doing Tim Holtz, why don't I also try using some of his backdrops paper from his Christmas release this year. Sorry for the noise. I should have opened this sooner. I haven't taken a look at it. I mean, I've looked at the little thumbnails here, but I haven't looked at the actual sheets, but I'm pretty sure I could find enough. I think that I could probably get 2 or 3 bases out of that. Oh, that's nice. This is nice. I'm hoping that there are enough of them in here that are very Christmas. Oh, look, the Christmas tree. That are Christmas enough that they'll make up 8 cards. And I love this, and I like the holly and everything. These are really pretty, but I'm really looking for, you know, things that are specific to a Christmas tree, maybe. So these are pretty. Let's see. That's pretty. Could use that. These are really pretty. I like the plaid. The plaid will work. I may end up with just plaids. There's 2 of these, so that's perfect. Oh, and I like the... No, that green is really a little bit too light. So, oh, this is pretty. Okay, maybe with some of that red. All right. I think that I've got enough sheets that I can actually do this. This is that would be a backup. And that's pretty as well. Okay. So I think I've got enough sheets that I can make these cards. So off camera, I am going to go ahead and cut these down to size per the instructions on the card sketch. And then I'm going to make 5 more card bases and I will be back. And I'm back with my completed card fronts. I've got 8 card bases done and card fronts. And this is what they look like. Super cute. So I was able to get all of the cuts that I needed from those papers, those backdrop papers. And now I'm working on the sentiment, the focal point of this whole thing. So I did pull out some heavyweight mixed media paper. This is some paper that I got from scrapbook.com. I believe it was a free gift with one of my purchases at one time. And so I thought I would try maybe doing some faux watercolor type stuff. I am not a watercolorist by any means. But if you want to get some color on some images, this is a very easy technique to use. So I have the Distress watercolor pencils. I've got set 3, set 2, and then set 1. So I'll tell you the colors that I used, and I've kind of been playing around with this, but it's super, super simple. So I have just my paintbrush. I did leave 2 of them undone, except for the little stars. I got those. I was kind of practicing to see if I was going to like this look. So that's why some of them are completed and some of them are not. So I did use the candied apple, and that was the little Christmas ornaments on this tree and then on another one. And then I used fossilized amber to color in the stars. Oh, I didn't get that star up there. So I actually get to use this. I didn't think I was going to get to use this one. So I have, and this is just, I sprayed some water on the top of this lid and I was just gathering it up on the brush, and then I'm just running it along here to pick up some of the color on the pencil, or from the pencil. And then I'm just applying it in little strokes here. And this particular paper, this mixed media paper, is good for this kind of project. I'm not using a lot of water on this, so I didn't feel like I needed watercolor paper, and the mixed media will take the water fine. I did have to use the VersaFine pigment. You want to use something that's going to be a permanent pigment ink, so that it's not going to run with the water here and the colors. So as you can see, it's all staying in place. All right, I clean that off a little bit. And then the other colors that I'm using, and I kind of just went back and forth with kind of a lighter to a darker tone, is the crushed olive. And like I said, I am not fantastic at this. This is not my thing, but I was just playing around to see if I would like the end result. So I wanted to get kind of more of this lighter color up at the top. And this is the crushed olive. I'm going to pick up a little bit more water. So this is a super easy technique. If you don't watercolor, or you don't color, period. I don't really do a lot of coloring. When you have the fussy images and they look like they should be colored, I usually tend to do those in a solid, just black and white kind of motif. So I've got that crushed olive on there, and then I am going to apply some of the peeled paint. It's a nice darker color. Get some here and more in the base. Pick up a little bit more. And then I'm not really cleaning these off, these greens. I'm just kind of letting them mix. And pick up some more water, and then I am going to do Rustic Wilderness. I'm going to add some of this down here. Let that kind of blend. And there we go. That was it. That is it. So if these are a good investment, they're pretty pricey, I think, and I haven't gotten the second set that's been released. I'm still kind of just playing around and using this first set of colors, the 1, 2, and 3. And I know that they have the 4, 5, and 6 with the additional distress colors that have been released. I did stamp these using my Misty platform stamper because it was just super easy. I could get all 4 of the Christmas trees at once, and then I just moved the sentiment around to get it. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry, but then I'm going to use these, I have some of the nesting arches dies, and I got those also from scrapbook.com. And I'm going to use those and cut these out in little arches. And I thought that that would be super cute. And then I would just place the image here. It's got the image, the sentiment, everything's ready to go. And so I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to make those cuts, and then I'll come back and show you the finished card. Okay, I finished my cards. I wanted to go ahead and flip through them. I did ink around the edges, and the ink that I used was the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo, and I kind of inked around all of the pages in that, and I went ahead and inked around those as well. And I did end up, I thought that they were a little bit too plain even with the color on them, so I did end up doing gold splatters. I hope that that comes through. But here are my final cards. I love the way they turned out. I think they're adorable. Nice and simple. It was easy breezy. These card sketches from Alicia are always super easy, super fun. You can make lots of cards at one time, And I really do love that. So again, here is the sheet load of cards for December 2024. I love to take this basic sketch and to make it my own. In this case, I went ahead and transferred it into a portrait rather than a landscape type style, and it works for me. If you would like to get your own copy of Sheet Load of Cards, go to Alicia's YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/callmecraftyowl. And there you can get instructions for downloading your own page. And I'll also put a link to her channel in the description box below. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm always happy to answer. If you like this video, please give me a like. And until next time, bye.